Hello, it is fight day. We have Solived versus Stormhot96. This is going to be a 30-second best of 3. Let's see what we got. Make it a best of 3. Making sure people know. So, one reason that I'm opposed to the 30-second, really anything above 20 seconds, is the prevalence of walkover arcane flash anytime that they fuck up. Look at this. No, I'm not gonna talk about my gripes with the format. I'm gonna watch the game and I'm gonna learn from it. So, clock tower coming out. Stormhot does have an offensive position. Could go for a mud ball. Could go for really anything. Flight is a very powerful spell on this format because you get so much distance out of it. You're not forced to do things like portal strats, but you can if you want. Look at all this time. Look at all this time. Now, would you have ever seen a flight to protection shield work out that well? No. This format allows for that kind of play. So, you know, Solived has the option to de-tower and get over there and then pop the arrow. Not forced to do any crazy arrow shots if he doesn't need to. Opting instead to do the old get over here arcane portal. So if I'm in Storm's position, if I'm not playing the offensive, I'm getting down and I'm getting to the left. There's no real position to hit that portal from that position. However, treeing the portal, looking like a 10-second book. Solived trying to find an angle. He does indeed find a way on top of that tree. Let's see how he maneuvers himself over to get back on the offensive. Remember, that protection shield only has 50 health. However, Solived is down to 5 seconds to make something happen. He needs to do something. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Entangles up. Entangle goes wide. Would have been a good idea. Probably would have knocked him into the portal. But then on the next turn, that portal would have come back up, and then that would have been a sink. So, we know Stormhot has Flash in the book. There is the Flash. Arcane Gate hasn't been used yet. Gonna be perfectly okay just teleporting back somewhere. Now, given that Stormhot does have Flight, that really limits Solived's options for that Arcane Gate. Going straight for the tree, completely understandable move. That tree does have full health at the moment. I believe it is 50 health. Meaning that there is no way to both destroy the terrain guarding that portal and knocking him through the portal. Let's see what Storm does in this situation. Opting to line him up. May see that mud ball come out now. Would be a very powerful combination to link to the Mega Boulder. He can't tower, he can't gate. And if he doesn't have a flame or a windshield, he is in a lot of trouble. A Swarm Pin. Very excellent play. Really liking that decision. Now that that tree is dead, tower is available as an option. And we do see the tower come out, which also knocks out the Flood. I don't know if Storm was ready for that. 19 seconds left on the clock. Storm does manage to escape that little pin. Mudball, another option, possibly detowering Pebble. However, Arcane Flash is on the table, so whatever Storm does has to be connected with a Flight or Mud. Now, if Flight's up, that means Protection Shield's available. And the Protection Shield does come out. Solived does have Mudball as an option to lock that person into place. Opting instead to just lob and entangle at the ground. Interesting decision. Mega Boulder's up. It connects once. It connects twice. Gets a third hit, dealing 50 damage. Good stuff. Good first Mega Boulder. Could have done a little bit more damage, but I don't think we're going to complain about the circumstances. Solived this time does opt for that Mud Ball. Now, Stormhot does have the ability to deflight and throw that Cog Tower up. Just barely low enough. Instead, deciding to play the best defense is a good offense, dropping the tree to lock him into place. Now, despite the fact that the tree was not perfectly... Oh, never mind. Blast from the Past, a spell never really seen in that 10-second book. Gonna make Great use of it here. Mega Boulder available from Solived, I can only imagine. Draining the tree for 30 health, not quite getting to Storm. Once again, deflating and towering is a defensive option. Let's see if there's an offensive option such as Deluge. No, instead opting for the Pegasus. Now this is one of the neat things about a 20-second plus book, is that you can have these things such as minions, which normally wouldn't be available to you except for in quick pinches. Swarm coming out. Look at all these minions. This is such a very different set of spells being seen. Dark Knight coming out. Now that is most certainly unique to this format. And Dark Knight dealing a metric ton of damage. Solived, unable to get a tower out just due to that proximity, is definitely going to be forced to retreat with the teleport or something. Dark Knight can deal 250 damage with one fell swoop, one swing. He's struggling, he's squirming, but alas, he does Arcane Gate. Not the best position for it, though. He's just going to dig straight through that tree and may even end up inside of him, unable to move again. Let's see how much damage that Dark Knight does. Making sure to take a step away before going for the cut to get that pin. 97 health remaining on Solived. I can imagine this is only the end of game 1. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. 215 health, unable to be dealt in a single blow, especially from that bad position. Protection shield up, trying his best to tank out. Now that Dark Knight cannot move from the current position, and with the mud overhead, it makes digging up for that one shot unavailable, as it would indeed do a fair bit of damage to our friend Stormhot. Unfortunately, Stormhot can blow a little bit of time. You know, she does have a perfect position with that Knight, so without Arcane Gate up for another 3 turns, this is just bad news bears for our friend Solived. Perhaps a disruption, if it's available, may pin, but instead going for the Arcane Flash, not going to cut it. 147 is the number to beat for that Black Knight. Now, I don't know how to exactly deal that damage, though I imagine it is not too difficult to process. Making sure to step away to maximize the damage. Let's see how much it does. Not dealing the full 147, alas, it only dealt 123. 24 health remaining. Do we have a tower? Do we have a suicide option? I do like the blast from the past. It does give him a place to tower from a kind of safe spot. Arcane Portal Sink, the cheeky bastard. Creative thinking from Solived. Now, unfortunately, Arcane Gate was up, so that only is delaying the inevitable. Solived understanding that without his own Arcane Gate up for a turn, he must retreat. Gonna go ahead and probably go to the left side of the map. Let's see where he goes. 4, 3, 2. Now, if we take a look at that gap, the Unicorn does not quite get through. Or Pegasus, whatever. Meaning that Storm will have to go down there herself to do the deed, finish the job. Now, fortunately, with the 30-second format, Flight will get her pretty close, but may not get her the whole way. Barring something on the order of a Cog Arrow or perhaps a bomb, we may not see the kill on this turn. However, Shock Bomb will most certainly clean this up. Game 1 going to Stormhot. Solived has left. Alright, a rematch has been called for. Stormhot's still in the lobby. Let's see if they respond. Now hold on. Gonna edit that out. Alrighty, game 2, Stormhot96 versus Solived. We are underway. Now, unfortunately, Arcane Flash once again on the table. Though it looks like Stormhot may be going for the Forbidden technique. No, not going for the Shock Bomb on the head technique. For those of you who don't know, that there is a sequence of inputs that allows you to guaranteed get a Shock Bomb on someone if you are starting on their head, fly in a certain pattern, and then drop the Shock Bomb on your own head. It will bounce onto their head and stay there. Typically a strategy only employed in 30-second plus games, given how precise you have to be with it. Well, it's not precise, it's just time intensive if you're not good at it. So we do see Mudball being met by a clock tower. Stormhot has retreated to the right side of the stage, though I'm sure that Solived has the ability to strike with an arrow of some sort. Possibly a disruption if he's feeling cocky. No, it is that swarm that we see. So the swarm with 25 health, staying clear of the tower, cannot be KO'd at the same time as the tower. We'll see which Stormhot goes for. Possibly a knock of the swarm into the tower. Alright, a little bit extra credit. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's see how Solid responds. You know, Mudball available, Disruption available. And it is the Mudball that we see. Stormhot a little bit too high to drop that tower. We do see Pegasus is back out. We know where this is going. I imagine we're a Decay or a Portal. Okay, Portal is up. Interesting use of the portal. That is one way to hit the Mega Boulder, I guess. The tree is there to stop any portal shenanigans. However, Mega Boulder is up if Solived just drops to the right a hair. Stormhot still pinned in this position, you know, cannot tower, would be forced to Arcane Gate if the circumstances called for it. Now we do know that the Dark Knight is getting ready to be available, and that is the KO potential of this book. You know, there's other things that can KO too, like Mega Boulder, but I imagine the Knight is going to be where it's at. So Stormhot opting to drop the Arcane Flash, getting out of this situation. Another Mudball could follow. Let's see what the attack is. Blast from the Past, getting that 5 damage. Now a 25 damage move will deflight. However, the Mudball does not strike. With the protection shield still having somewhere on the order of 20 health, that does mean that Storm has the ability to lay in a little bit of heat or perhaps even run. Aura of Decay will not sink. Opting to run, using the Pegasus as a blocking. Now Stormhot did have first turn. I believe the Knight is coming up next turn, or maybe even this turn. We see a second protection shield, now 70 health on that shield. Pegasus assisting with the Mega Boulder, but still not dealing more than, I believe, 50 damage there approximately. Stormhot gonna throw in a Mudball. Let's see how Solived handles the situation. So, unable to clip through that, I believe. No, I am mistaken. Able to get out of that Mudball. I imagine a Mudball is to follow. Has to make sure that he places himself a decent bit away, such that the Dark Knight can't be placed on his head. There's the Mudball, going to go ahead and deal 25 damage. However, not enough to break the flight, only enough to break the shield. Let's see what Stormhot does. Sanctuary is up. Now, if Solived is still using Disruption in his book, we could see that come out. If not, it may just be another Mudball. Attempting to mount the mud that is in this situation. However, unable to do so. taking cover in the shelter of the tree. I don't really know what this situation's about, given that he will be just tossed right back through. Portal not available to save from the potential Mega Boulder. However, Stormhot not interested in that, interested in perhaps a pin of sorts. Or the Arcane Flash. Good recognition of the situation. That means that Solived does not have Arcane Gate available to get away from that Black Knight when it shows up. Let's see where Solived goes. I imagine it could be the side of the stage. We have not seen evidence that Quake is in the book of Stormhot. So without the Pegasus up, the Dark Knight is unable to traverse most of this stage, so will have to be a very careful placement of that minion. Opting instead for the Mud Ball, so they're just going to meet that with a tower. So if I'm in Storm's situation and I'm committed to that Dark Knight strategy, I'm throwing the Pegasus now. I need the mobility for my man. However, defensive options such as tower are also available. Let's see what's chosen. We do have the offensive Mega Boulder. Going to go ahead and deal a fair bit of damage. I believe that was 125, KOing both the tower and 50 Soliv's health. Arcane Flash available. I don't think it'll sink from this position, however. Let's see if I can be proven wrong. Positioned. No time. So, Mega Boulder available. This could be a very, very bad situation for our friend Solived. Mega Boulder's up. This is one shot. Gonna go ahead and deal, I believe that was 104 damage. So Mega Boulder's putting in a lot of work, and we do see that Stormhot has acquired a clock, at least the potential for Book of Cogs, that Cuckoo Clock, as that Prestige Hat is now on our friend. So, Arcane Flash not gonna sink. The portal is a threat to knock through. Would have to be a very well-placed flash. Solived running out of options. Opts instead for the drain. So 101 health, Arcane Gate coming back up for Solived. We will have that defensive option in case the Knight is played. Stormhot trying to get in a position of sorts. Let's see what happens. Perhaps looking to stand on the head of our friend. Head has been achieved. Perhaps trying to get the Sacred Shock Bond combo out. We did see her jump directly on top of the head and initiate the flight. That is how you start that. Arcane Flash, once again, a very difficult thing to hit. Opting instead, trying for that Arcane Portal sync. Not gonna happen. So, given the circumstances, now is when I would love to see that Knight come out. Drop it on its head, forces defense. Let's see if it comes out. No, going for the Sanctuary instead. Very interesting decision. I think our friend Stormhot just ran out of time. Solived with an opportunity for some offense, opting instead for a Sanctuary of his own. Sanctuary being the preferred tower from these folks. We do see that Solived is rocking double towers, which I call a pansy move. And for casuals. And I don't know, I can't really attack it much more than that. Let's see what Stormhot does as a response. I think Solived may have figured something out about Stormhot's book. No answer. Do we have a drain fight? There is the Knight. I don't think Solived is going to have any qualms just getting a double drain in this turn, and perhaps worrying about the Knight the next turn. Arcane Flash is very interesting to catch cast from the Sanctuary may not do the desired effect. We see another Double Drain. Solived getting his health really far up right now. Trying to get that Dark Knight to correctly pin. However, instead does detower both of them. Now, Mega Boulder could kill the Knight. We may see a different option, however. I don't believe Arcane Portal is up quite yet. Let's see what Solived goes for here. Will it be the Disruption? Will it be a potential Mega Boulder to try and KO both? Going for the Mud Ball, ensuring that the Dark Knight cannot move this turn. Stormhot will have to take time out of her busy day to free that Knight. And I think the opportunity has been found. That Shock Bomb is going to do a fair bit of damage and launch. But unfortunately not positioned correctly to sink. And it would have been a very long journey to get that sink. Let's see what Storm's response is, or Soliv's response is. Possibly a Mud Ball. Possibly just a Mega Boulder right away. Could be anything, who knows? Could be nothing, who knows? An unlucky series of bounces, only dealing... How much damage was that? Was that 100? That's a load of crap. That was 100. That was 100 damage. Holy shit. Alright, Stormhot in a position to land that Arcane Flash, and it does come out, and it does sink. Good job. So that means that Arcane Gate will have to be used by Solived right now. Using it to get away from the aggression of Stormhot. Flight is back up. However, we could also see the Dark Knight begin to dig. Alright, we do see the flight. Now, will it be protection shield or will it be offense? 97 health on Stormhot, 96 health on Solived. The Mega Boulder is a risky move because there's no way to guarantee a good suicide here. Opting for protection shield. Now safe on Mega Boulder suicide herself. Stormhot does lose the flight and protection shield as a result of that Sanctuary. Now attacking with the Dark Knight would spell certain defeat for Stormhot. Let's see if it's a Sanctuary or really what is it. We do see double Sanctuaries on each other. I imagine that Solived is completely fine with this. Double drains coming all over the place. Was that a Storm Shield? I feel like that was a Storm Shield. What the fuck? There we got. Can we get a couple of resident sleepers in the chat? We do see drains being exchanged back and forth, back and forth. Oh, we have a second Knight. A new Knight has entered the field. Double drain most certainly incoming, but at the same time, yeah, sure. Stormhot taking a lot of time to decide that double drain is the right option here. Not even getting the full double drain. I don't know. Oh no, it was the full double drain. Apologies. So we do see that Solived has detowered. We have to figure out the motivation for this move. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, clock tower up. Now, I believe that Stormhot does not have Deluge. You know, we would have seen it by this point, given the circumstances available. So we'll have to see what the move is from Stormhot. Perhaps, I'm sorry, fam. You're trying. You're trying your hardest. Unfortunately, your hardest is a very low bar when it comes to knowing what Sanctuary does. Alright, Stormhot bringing out the flight. Sanctuary going to be available from Solived this turn, so if it's a flight and protection shield, it will just be swatted. Don't protection shield, fam. Okay, Shock Bomb going to detower, good stuff. Blast from the Past going to knock our friend out of the sky, possibly followed by a Mud Ball, maybe by a Mega Boulder. Solived does have one Mega Boulder remaining. We'll see if it hits. No, it may even just be another Drain. Oh, here we go. We got a Portal Sink. Excellent decision. Found the right spot for it. We do see Stormhot retreating. Did have Arcane Gate back up, so not going to lose any health in this situation. Solived getting very close to that Knight. I don't know how I feel about that. That Knight could potentially KO the tower in the same move that it frees itself. Stormhot acknowledging this. Knight is in position, gonna detower. You know, the Knight can die, don't get me wrong. The Knight is very vulnerable to dying this turn. But it almost feels like a wasted return then. You know, why would Solived position himself like that? Lose his tower. Alright, let's see what move is used to KO the Knight. That was the wrong move. That was the wrong move. Knight's gonna come right back through, dealing God knows how much damage, probably locking him into place. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta teleport. That's just advantage Stormhot now. Stormhot does not have flight backup quite yet, but, you know, it'll be up next turn. All you have to do is not fly into the Sanctuary again. There's the Pegasus, an even more threatening attack. Clock Tower is up. Pegasus gonna be deployed, gonna be used as the ferry. Now, unfortunately, the Pegasus will only be able to pick up the Dark Knight this turn, if anything. There is a clear path. There is a clear path for the Pegasus to get to the Knight. It just won't happen on this turn. Will Stormhot tower? Let's see. Protection shield, fair enough. Now I believe that Solived is still rocking Deluge, so as soon as some terrain is cleared, or as soon as Stormhot fucks up and steps into the wrong square, Deluge would be an option. Let's see what the offense is now. I believe Aura of Decay is in Solived's book. Arcane Portal already back up. I did not realize that. That means that the aggression of Stormhot is once again available. I mean, the aggression of Solived is once again available. Stormhot not really able to handle this situation. Only a Shock Bomb would knock the tower out. But given the circumstances, I don't see how a Shock Bomb would be a good idea here. Arcane Flash will handle most of these situations. Solived's simply just going to step to the right and throw in some detowering move. Maybe a Drain Bolt. Maybe he has Pebbles. We do see that Pebbles is in the book. Flight is back up. No protection shield available. Stormhot going to be forced to retreat. Sanctuary did break that portal, meaning that Solived may be down there for a very lonely moment or two. Making sure to get underneath that rock formation, or at least underneath the cover of something. Flash revealing the Knight. Now, we do have 30 health remaining on that Knight. Forgetting that Knights can cast Drain Bolt. Very, very easy way to trash the Knight. Stormhot cannot be happy about this new development in the game. Let's see what the play is. Pegasus going to be used as an aerial shield. I think Stormhot will have... Okay, we do have a Swarm coming out, which is nice. you know, longer times will allow Storm to be more effective, but for the time being, I think that it is fine on the 32nd book. It just won't last for long. Solived bringing out a Swarm of his own, but going to take 30 damage from his. May have made a technical flub, we'll call it. Is this turn really just going to be 15 damage? Well, maybe the protection shield does come out. I guess I don't give Stormhot enough credit. Oh, Storm Shield. Alright. Interesting decision. I don't think the Storm Shield will be that useful, but we'll see if it is. Storm Shield able to take out a Swarm, and the Swarm is disabled for this turn. Gonna go ahead and drain that. Now, you cannot get any health when you drain an undead creature, so only doing 30 damage, not actually restoring any health. We have double flights available. Storm gonna come in, possibly, maybe, no. All right, just gonna have to drain that Swarm. Let's see if Solived has a Cog Arrow or anything to deflight, since there is no protection shield from Stormhot. Detowering, potential Arcane Gate, potential anything. Don't just retower. Don't retower. Okay, to be fair, it is a good defensive play. It prevents going in with the Storm Shield and the Flight, and then just leaving. Now, also to be fair, Pegasus just kind of chilling out. Protection Shield is up. Sanctuary going to shut down anything that Storm gets too close, too personal with. A vertical Drain Bolt signaling that Solived has no offensive options from this position. Don't know what he's doing down there other than attempting to draw, apparently. Does Stormhot have a Tower Breaker? No, of course not. Maybe? Is this a magical time? Okay, Shock Bomb will detower, I believe. Yeah, gonna detower. Mudball is available. Let's see if it comes out. May throw out the Clock Tower knowing that... Oh, okay. I like it. So, Solived's book is good. Oh, wait. Is that it? That's it. Good game to Stormhot. That is gonna take the set, and that will be a 2-0 clean. Shouts to Stormhot for taking that wonderful series, saying, nah, I'm good. I'll just take your rating, and I will bid you farewell. Good day, good sir. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to catch that best of 3 series. If you'd like to see more of them, definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check me out on Twitter, that's @GFBuying. And really, comment below, comment on the Reddit thread if any feedback that you have. It really definitely helps to improve the quality of these streams as well as the quality of any sets that I commentate. Thanks and have a good night.